Hello everyone and welcome back to the 3T Path channel. My name is Giridhari, and today I want to talk to you about a wonderful technique that I practice in my life that can change your life completely, which is how to live in gratitude, not just to have gratitude. I mean, you've heard of gratitude, you know how nice it is, but I'm talking about a lifestyle of gratitude and how that works. And if you think that's kind of an interesting topic, do watch the whole video and remember to like and subscribe because it really helps, and I'll be very grateful if you do so. So, I'm not talking about just, something nice happens and then you're grateful. That's not what I'm talking about. You get a promotion and you're grateful, or, somebody's nice to you and you're grateful. I'm not talking about that. That's just normal, kind of obvious. If you don't do that, then something seriously is wrong with you. What I'm talking about is a lifestyle where you go by life, you have like a constant gratitude filter installed in your mind. So you're always open to seeing the opportunities that you're seeing. Because if you're not living in gratitude, what happens is, it's actually more serious than you might think. Not only are you more miserable, because if you're not grateful, then normally we're just, we're lamenting, we're anxious about something else, we're not enjoying what we have. We're envious. But not only that, but what happens when you don't live in gratitude is that you miss out on life. You miss out on the opportunities of life. Okay, things that are right there in front of you, you won't see because you're literally you're just blind to it because you're focusing on what you don't have. You see, if you don't live in gratitude, what's going on is that you're looking at what you don't have, what's missing out, and then you're lamenting, you're complaining about life. You're not seeing what's there in front of you and then making the most of it. I'll give you a simple example. I have two small kids, and they're boys. I have two small boys. And my boys, like most boys, they love tractors. Tractors are super cool things. So the other day we live in a farm, as you can see, and there was some tractors working on the road here. And so we went to see the tractors working on the road. And I have a 6-year-old and a 9-year-old. And so we went there and we're watching the tractor, and he's doing these wonderful things, and he's pulling the earth around, and it's all very nice. But my 9-year-old, after half an hour, he got a little bored and he says, I just want to go home. That's it. It's hot. But the 6-year-old, he really wanted to stay. He wanted to watch more of the tractors. But then, we really had to go home. And I said, look, we just have to go. We've seen half an hour is good. So we're going home. And my 6-year-old, he's miserable. He's complaining, oh, this is terrible. We have to leave. I can't believe we have to leave. And I said, look, just think about it. If you're so miserable we're leaving after half an hour, how wonderful was it that we were there in the first place? You see, it's just like you're focusing on the fact that we're leaving, but instead you should be focusing on the fact that you were there. And then you could be happy now, you could be enjoying it, but instead you're focusing on what you don't have. So that's what happens when we don't live in gratitude. We focus on what we don't have instead of seeing what we do have and making the most of that. You see? So when I live like this, and I'm probably one of the reasons why I'm always upbeat and happy, and people call me an optimist. It's not just an optimist. It's not just looking at life with rose-tinted glasses. It's that I'm really always seeing that there is always something good. Even when something bad happens, you can see, well, this happened, but this other thing happened, and because of this bad thing happened, now I can have a chance to examine this other thing, to experience this, to see that. So there's always something going on. There's always an opportunity there. And when you're living in gratitude, you're always picking up on those opportunities like, oh, that didn't work. Great, because now I can do this thing. Now this other thing, this other door is open. When we have this, I have this saying, when life closes a door on you, you don't have to worry about that door being closed. You just look at so what other door is opening for me now? It's kind of exciting, like there's something else is going to happen now. And maybe I wasn't planning it, I didn't see it, but this is probably going to be better. The other day I was talking with a friend of mine, and I was saying, look, just some deals, some stuff here in the farms. Is like selling some plots of my farm, And then I was thinking, like, remember, I almost sold like this thing and it didn't work out. And it turned out it was great it didn't work out because, you know, it was worth a lot more than I thought, and somebody else came along and other things. And so I was like, it's amazing how like some of the best deals in life are those that don't work out. And if you have this gratitude lifestyle, you'll see that. You're like, okay, this didn't work out. This is great. It's fine. Because there's other stuff happening. There's more coming. There's something else I have to do. Maybe it'll take a year or 2 or 10 for me to figure it out, but it might be the best thing in my life. Sometimes the things that don't work out are the best things in your life. And in gratitude, when you live in a state of gratitude, not only are you just constantly happy, because it really brings joy. I mean, nothing brings you joy like gratitude. It's just a different kind of deep, profound, constant joy when you live in gratitude. And then you just start, you pick up everything. It's like the sunshine, you're happy, you're grateful. You see the moon and you're grateful for the moon. And you're just grateful for shade. You're grateful when it rains because it was hot. You're just grateful all the time, you know. You're grateful, like if you get a negative comment, you're grateful for it because it's like, okay, this is a chance to learn, to practice tolerance. There's always good in everything that happens. So when something good happens, great, fantastic. When something bad, and I'm saying, like, you know, doing air quotes here because there is no good or bad. Something that Krishna teaches in the Uddhava Gita. There is no good or bad, materially speaking. You know, it all depends on your spiritual point of view. And spiritually, everything is always good. So anyway, see if this makes sense to you. Let me know. Leave your comments below. I want to hear if you think this makes sense. And try it out. Try just living constantly in this state of seeing the best of everything, of seeing how everything is an opportunity, everything, there's a good side to it. And focusing and really living that, not artificially, but really like seeing the good in everything that happens to you. Have a rest of your day with lots of peace and lots of love.